So you're interested in buying a home and know that you should get pre-approved, but what's the difference between a broker and a lender? And they're talking to me about pre-qualifications, pre-approvals, fully underwritten pre-approvals. What does all that mean and why does it matter? So if it's been a few years since you've applied for a mortgage, or maybe you've never applied for a mortgage before, I know these terms can be a little confusing. So let's dive into them one by one. First off, broker versus lender. So a lender is making loans in-house. Think Bank of America. It's a Bank of America employee that's making Bank of America loans. Sometimes they have some economies of scale and lower costs, but sometimes they also have fewer options. A broker is a little bit more like a freelancer. They are not actually making the loans themselves. They're pairing you up with a lending institution that can make the loan. They typically have more options, but because of their setup, they may have a little bit less control over the process, and they may have a different cost structure. So now let's talk about the difference between a pre-qualification, a pre-approval, and a fully underwritten pre-approval. Pre-qualification is the most basic level. Really all you need is a heartbeat for that. The lender will ask you how much money you make and come up with a loan amount for you based on that, but they won't actually ask for any documentation or any kind of verification. For that reason, if you submit an offer with just a pre-qual, a good smart seller or listing agent is going to ask for the pre-approval letter, knowing that there's no verification that you can actually get this loan. The pre-approval letter is the next step up. Like the pre-qual, it's written by a lender based on your assets and your income and your debts, but the lender will actually verify that info through things like your W-2, your pay stubs, and last year's taxes, and check your credit score. That gives the seller reasonable confidence that you can close on the loan, assuming there are no issues with things like the property condition or the value of the property. The last option is a fully underwritten pre-approval. This is just like a pre-approval letter where the lender is going to verify all of your information, but they'll actually run you through underwriting, which is kind of the more official manual review process. They'll prioritize your file for a quick close if and when you do get under contract. And sometimes you can even lock your interest rate before you find a home that you'd like to buy, which can be really valuable in times like now where interest rates are going up and down pretty rapidly. Not all lenders do offer fully underwritten pre-approvals. Most of the lenders we recommend do, but make sure to check with anyone you're working with to see if that's even an option. Either way, the pre-approval gets you most of the way there. Just know that in a multiple offer situation with multiple buyers competing for the same home, a fully underwritten pre-approval is one of the things that could give you just a little leg up in that situation.